This is the Epiphone Olympic guitar that I've been working on. Previously in part 1, I did a little bit of finish repair. Today in this episode, I'm going to show you in detail how I took this block of ebony and turned it into this. So stick around. Normally every bridge I've ever seen in an archtop typically looks like this, which possibly could be a little harder to make than the one I'm making. It's really tall, so let me get this cut. So right in the center, it's 908. Now I have the bridge off and I have my block of ebony. You can see it rocks. So to get the bottom contour, I took 2 little clothespin wedges. I marked off at 160 thousandths. Put a little mark, and I'm going to slide these in on each side, right up to that mark. Put it in about the position of where the bridge is going to go. So now it's shimmed up off the body, just slightly. I'm going to take a pencil and draw a line from end to end, following the body contour. This isn't going to be exact, it's going to get me close. You can see that little radius in there. So I'm just going to sand it right now and get it close to that radius, and then I can fine tune it on the body itself. So now the radius is pretty close. Obviously not perfect, but close enough that I can now put a piece of sandpaper down on the top and sand it with back and forth motion to perfectly contour this. Just going to mark the bottom of this. So here the idea is you want to keep sanding until the entire bottom surface of the bridge is made contact with the top of the guitar. The bottom is contoured pretty good. It's got to get a little bit closer. I got my outside strings. Just drew a little pencil mark where they go. Just checking this radius on this fingerboard. It kind of jumps around a little bit. It's 10 inches. And then it definitely gets smaller down here. I think when they refretted this, they changed it a bit. But I'm going to go with a 10-inch radius. The way that I'm going to carve this, I'm going to do it just like I do a nut. First thing I want to do is get the radius in the top of this roughed in. So first I'm going to transfer the spacing. Now I mark the position of each string with the smallest file. Then I'll open them up with the proper string width. Now with it under string tension, I just want to finish contouring the bottom. Now if you notice, previously I was going side to side. Now I'm going front to back, which makes it a little bit more accurate. So now it's just got to be fine-tuned. I'm going to set the intonation on the top. I'm going to lay out where the saddle placement's going to be. And so I got it kind of figured out. On the treble side, 25.589, which is 1930 seconds. On the bass side, it's going to be 25 and 30 seconds. Laying it out, on the high E, the treble, it's 19. And then on a low E string, it's going to be 30 seconds. Okay, on the high E string, this is going to be the placement. The B steps back, and then the G comes forward. And then from the G to the E, we draw a line. So if you look at the drawing, hold it like this. Goes through the E, the B, and then swings around and comes to the G. Here's where that little turnaround is going to be right here. So here's where it's going to start tapering down. Then I'm going to sand and file and carve all this to match this little landing that I'm going to make about 3/32 wide. It's going to be the width of that, maybe slightly narrower. I'm going to see how that looks. Let me start to get carving here. Now it's pretty close. Still some more refining to do. But now I'm going to go ahead and get the ends shaped. And I'm just going to do that over on the spindle sander, or on my belt sander, or a combination of the two. And then we'll see what that looks like. Here's the lines I drew for the outside profile. I have a little template that I made so both sides are symmetrical. Building the bridge like this isn't very difficult. It just takes a lot of patience. And you can't be afraid of sanding. A whole lot of sanding. A whole lot of sanding. And polishing. I think this bridge came out pretty sweet. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Let's take a look at the rest of the guitar. Here's the guitar completed. The headstock restored. That finish damage in the sides. Still shows the age. Didn't detract from that. Now let's do a little sound comparison between the old bridge and this new bridge and see if there's any difference. my ear, the sound difference is pretty evident. The new bridge has got a much beefier, bassier sound. The old bridge is a little trebly in mid-range, but you tell me what you think. Leave it down in the comments section. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you again real soon. See you later.